Welcome in to the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise as we go on the road today, going up to New York, or like New Jersey, playing against the Giants in MetLife. And for our Jaguars, they are coming in here the number one team in the AFC. And that's thanks to getting the win over division rival Tennessee Titans, 35-27. And it's also partially thanks to the New York Giants beating Indy 20-10. With that, we were able to overtake them by half a game. But we do play the New York Giants here today. And they've had a very interesting season, losing to the Bengals 30-10. But then they went on to beat the Eagles 21-13, beat the Washington Commanders 20-17, but then also lose to the Tennessee Titans 16-14. They did lose their second matchup to the Commanders. They got swept by the Seahawks, but then they beat the Colts. So they've had a very back and forth season. And they've been led by a fellow rookie quarterback, Thad Cousins, taken 10th overall, a star dev, 77 overall. He's got a strong arm. Accuracies, they're a work in progress. He does not, however, provide much mobility. But with that, somehow he does have 4 rushing touchdowns on the year, a $173. Passing the ball has also been hit or miss. 8 touchdowns, though 11 interceptions, 63% complete on about 2,000 yards. But he's not their only rookie, seeing a lot of playing time. Demarius Roberts, the hidden gem running back from LSU. He's got a good amount of speed. He's a juke and stiff arm running back, at a little bit of a different blend than what we see most of the time, who can do some catching out of the backfield. With 117 carries on the season, he's averaging just about 4 yards per carry. And he carries the same average when it comes to receiving yards as well. Malik Neighbors is their number 1 receiver in his 3rd year. Unfortunately for Jalen Hyatt, he has not developed much at all. He's in a contract year. Another key young player for them, Theo Johnson, tight end number 1 at 6'6", 264 in his 3rd year as well. He provides a lot of speed. Up front, they're anchored by Andrew Thomas, but past him, this is a pretty weak front. And defensively, they're missing one of their young stars in Matt Tucker, the 2nd-year D lineman. He's going to be out with a PCL sprain, but is an up-and-coming finesse and run stopper. The rest of the defensive line going to be anchored by Dexter Lawrence, a 2nd-year DT in Marquez Hughes, and some pretty good edge rushers, Kayvon Thibodeau, up to an 85. Opposite side of him, you have Brian Burns, 91. And a young guy off ball, you have Maurice Beekman, a hidden dev rookie, and he provides some phenomenal coverage. We should see him on 3rd down. Tag teaming with him, Bobby Okereke and Isaiah Simmons. In their secondary, they are a little bit light at corner. Deontay Banks leads them. They also have Cordell Float and Andrew Phillips. Safety, Tyler Nubin, an 81 overall 3rd-year player. And then Josh Metellus, the do-it-all defensive specialist. And they'll have one less player to cover, as Brian Thomas Jr. is out this game, also with a PCL sprain. We're going to have to ask Javon Baker to step up to help fill in a role on the outside. Davis, he'll take over Brian Thomas Jr.'s spot. Addison, he'll play on the outside in 2 receiver sets, still stay in the slot in any 3 or 4. But it's to the field we go, where a win will keep us on top the AFC. And we are underway. It's Colbert set back to return, catching it about the 3. Gonna take it down the seam, try to pick up a couple blocks. Taken down at the 31 will be where Jeff Polk and the offense take the field. And he's very much started to take control of this offense, now missing his number 1 receiver. We'll see how he adjusts. As it's gonna be ETN here, play 1. Down the middle, takes on both the Okereke and Simmons. And ultimately will be a hard-earned gain of 3. Little back and forth there early on in this game, leaves 2nd and 7. Tight look as they will look to air out the ball, or instead Polk will take it himself, sliding down with the 1st down. Of these 2 rookie quarterbacks we're set to see battle it out here today, he is the more athletic. Maybe not as many rushing touchdowns, though. As he throws outside, will be a short gain, maybe 1 or 2 for Dawson Knox. If you throw that one earlier, you might pick up a decent gain, just waited too long. Leaves 2nd and 9, they do only count it a gain of 1. Flip it out quick this time, taking a couple hits, picking up 3 more is Dawson Knox. That leaves Polk and the Jaguars here with a 3rd and 6. They stand at the 45. Double A gap look here for the Giants. They will back out into coverage. Going underneath is to Baker, picking up a good block, Travis Etienne. Without that, not sure Baker picks up that first down, but into plus side we go at the 47. 2 spread either side, including Knox on the right-hand side. Might have to play a little bit more spread wide here today. As Polk gets it out, he finds Etienne, who slips. Thibodeau gets a beautiful juke. Spin not necessary, but takes the Jags down to the 30. And with a little bit of that weight off of Etienne's shoulders the last couple weeks, he's starting to get a little bit of his groove back. Start to have a few more of those pop runs. Under pressure here, though, is Burns. Gonna force that ball to the turf. 2nd and 10 here at the 30. Etienne takes the carry, and he's smacked down Okereke. And that is not good signs. Luke Bacon, starting right tackle, is down, holding at his left knee. He'll make his way to the trainer's table. Hopefully he is okay. As for now, Hartwell will check in right side of the line, number 53. He's played pretty much every position up front here for the Jags. As Polk is having to step up here, he will get the first down, will not get out of bounds, tracked down at the 18. But a great job there from Polk to field that pressure, step up, and make the play. The first red zone appearance today for the Jags. Hard count, and it looks like Dawson Knox may be moved a little bit early out in that left bunch. So it's not even a play taken inside the red zone before they're pushed back out. They're at the 23 now, keeping that bunch to the left-hand side as they'll look to go with play action to the outside, and it's just too far out in front of Gabe Davis, who had a touchdown if it was a tighter throw. Instead, 2nd and 15. They remain at the 23. Bunch goes right-hand side, Knox, Sexton, and Addison. Polk, he'll look to throw again to the left-hand side. He finds Jordan Addison with a block downfield from Sexton. Okereke cannot recover. Jaguars polish off the drive. Jordan Addison, who's been racking up touchdowns here the last few weeks. And just a great opening drive there, orchestrated by Jeff Polk. Now we get to see Thad Cousins and the Giants take the field. Can their rookie quarterback tie this game? They get that wham block down the middle, hand it off to Roberts, who will pick up 5. He had 77 yards on 17 carries last week. However, did not find the end zone, and that was with the win over the Colts. 2nd and 5 here at the 32. As they go right back to Roberts, he's met Hines Allen. Devin Lloyd also standing in the gap. It's a quick 3rd down here for the Giants. 3rd and 2 as they will go play action with pressure bearing down, and it will be Rakeem Griffey picking up the sack. Andrew Thomas, though, he's shaken up on the play for the Giants, going to make his way to the tunnel. With that, expectations are he probably will not be returning. The crowd letting the Jags know how they feel about it. Our offense will take the field here at the 28. They're up 7. Travis Etienne finds a little gap down the middle, picks up 5. Hasn't been the primary focus of the offense this year. A big shift from the last couple. Trips go left-hand side, Dawson Knox to the right. As it will be a quick little dump off to Knox, and he can't hold on. Good coverage there from the Giants. Force that ball free. And a 3rd and 5 to go. Bunch left-hand side. Jags, they look for the halfback screen. Travis Etienne with the blocks in front. He will get the first down and a good chunk more. Spread empty here. Polk looking around here, make sure he's got the right call dialed up. Throws left-hand side and finds Gabe Davis. First down for the Jaguars. He used to be this team's number 1 receiver. An opportunity to prove himself here today as he has kind of dropped down to that number 3 spot. Keeping with a spread empty look. Throw left-hand side going back to Davis. He's got the first down, about a gain of 15. On a good day, this Jags offense running 3 deep at receiver, 2 deep at tight end. Really good running back. A rising star here at quarterback. Was a slow start for him this season, as he has to get rid of another one. Giants, they're forcing some pressure up front. A lot of good rushers for them. With one deep safety. Play action here for Jeff Polk. Coming across, he's got his receiver, Jordan Addison, back again. They forgot him on the crosser, and it'll be 14-0. Jordan Addison's second touchdown of the day. Second time we get to see his rolling celebration. And for the second time, Thad Cousins and the Giants get to follow our touchdown drive with hopefully a better drive this time. Last time did not go anywhere. Quick throw to start off with, near first down. That takes us to the break. Up 14-0. The Giants have not gotten a first down so far in this game. As we look to start the second half, a perfect opportunity to do so here. 2nd and inches. They bring out the fullback. Play action. Pressure coming down. He gets the ball out, and it will be a first down. Slayton all the way to the 46. Very tight coverage. A lot of congestion down around that spot, but Jerry and Jones not able to break it up. 1st and 10, they go with the screen out to Slayton, and he's going to pick up an extra 8. Quick hitting passes, that's been their success so far. Passing the ball this year, but not enough time here. Walker with the double A gap goes untouched, and he drops Thad Cousins. Even breaks out a little man celebration, though Thad Cousins very much not a small guy. 6'6", standing at quarterback. He's under pressure again. Delivers the pass outside, but too short. 4th and 6 at midfield. Expect a punt here from the Giants. That's at the dismay of their crowd. But Jordan Addison hits the field here. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. Can he find some more here today? Well, a great play off the snap. Dexter Lawrence. ETN dropped a loss of 3, pushing us back to the 7. With trips to the left-hand side. Gotta find a quick pass here. Look to step up. Finding about 2 of those lost yards. Lawrence, though, not letting Polk out of his sight. Forces a quick 3rd and 11. They're at the 8. Spread look, 2 to the right. Try to set up the screen to the left-hand side. A couple blockers in front. ETN outruns those blocks. And Simmons will bring him down 2 yards short of the line to gain. It will not be 3 straight for the Jaguars. They do punt away. Thad Cousins and the Giants. They start at the 45. Motion from right to the left-hand side. Handing it off Roberts on the outside. Taking a couple hits, but will still lose one. We see another little man celebration come in. Are we just poking fun of the fact that they're called Giants here? Maybe that is the case. But it's 2nd and 11. Roberts, he takes it down the middle, picking up 7. That'll leave Cousins with a far more manageable 3rd down here. They need just 4 yards for the first. 2 go left-hand side. Slayton to the right. Looking to set up a screen, but not enough time. Walker arrives with help down the middle. And so far today, this Jaguars defense has just been too much to handle. For the Giants, they will have to punt again, a drive that goes nowhere. Our offense, they take the field starting at the 17. A little bit better position than last time. As they go with a draw, ETN back to the line. 5 rushes, only 6 yards for ETN. It's Simmons there to help get that stop. Bringing up 2nd and 10. Early movement. Bacon might have moved first. He's been back from that injury. And that pushes our Jaguars back 5 yards to the 11. Just over 2.5 minutes to go here in this second quarter. As they will look to pass the ball. Rolling to the right-hand side, checking down to the short. It's Jordan Addison. His 3rd catch will be a first down, not a touchdown. A 3 grab, 64 yards is nothing to be too upset about, especially with 14 points off of it. As they're at the 29. Lane opens up. Jeff Polk will take it, sliding down about a gain of 14. Just simply taking what the Giants give us, and they've given us a lot in this one. We head through the 2-minute warning. 2 spread to the left-hand side, Baker to the right. And it will be a throw outside, tipped away from Addison. Good coverage on the outside to deny another first down for the Jags. They switch it up, tight look here. A little bit of a crosser. And they find Davis, who takes a big hit there from Thibodeau, dropping back into coverage. Jaguars going to go hurry up here. flipping it. Knox goes to the left, Gabe Davis to the right. As they look to set up another screen, it's out to Etienne. He's got the first down and a good chunk more, about 15, maybe 17. Quinn Miners picks up the key block to help spring them. They're down to the 35 with a minute and a half remaining. 3 timeouts in their back pocket. Come across, an open target. Baker catches up to it. He's down at the 10. A whole lot of athleticism here for the Jaguars. Despite not being able to land that flip, they're down at the 10-yard line here. Looking to go back out to Travis. That one's almost picked on the intended dump-off. If Polk was able to get that one out, he might have had Etienne for another touchdown here. 2nd and 10 then, 50 seconds to go. Throw left-hand side, not able to squeeze it in. It's bobbled around by about 5 different players. Banks, though, will get credit with the pass breakup. They remain at the 10. Can number 10 here find the end zone? As they have a one-on-one left-hand side. Perfectly timed. It's Gabe Davis on the curl. Not able to jar that one away. This time was Peppers. Jaguars, they take a 21-0 lead into the break. Just about as perfect of a start as you could ask for. Up by 3 touchdowns, offense scoring on almost all of their possessions, the defense as well, shutting down their opponent. But we got a break to take a look around the league. Baltimore Ravens, they're currently tied heading to halftime here, 10-10 against the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts continue to drop games. We win games. We could create some separation here in the AFC South. As for the Commanders, sitting 9-2, they are currently up on the Browns. And as for the last studio update, we have a battle happening down in Texas. Houston, they come away with the victory, 27-24 over Dallas. That keeps them on our heels. That means we got to keep making some big plays. Our defense starts out the second half. The Giants, they still need to find some points here in this game. Starting with a pass, maybe a little bit of holding, but getting the ball downfield just by the defender. They find Nabbers, his first catch on the evening. And that throw was maybe a split second away from being tipped away if they just waited anymore. Roberts, though, he's taken down by Aluakin. Textbook play there from the veteran linebacker. No gain, forces a 2nd and 10. They stand at the 48. Going with play action. Gonna flood the left-hand side, take a shot downfield. Yancey breaks it up, intended for Slayton. That one was pretty close to just going ahead and being picked off. Thad Cousins, he's gonna find somewhere to go downfield here. That one is tipped and then taking a big hit was Nabbers. Aluakin makes sure he's not able to get a hand on it. Cisco tips it away. I'll tell you one Giant who's putting in the work today. That is their punter. Once again, we're down inside our own 10. So we start with a stretch left-hand side. And just no room today for Travis Etienne. He's been able to get a little bit more done through the air, but the running lane's not quite there. Still at the 8 here. Bunch to the right-hand side. Throwing out that way is Javon Baker. He's going to pick up a gain of 7. And that has Jeff Polk over 200 yards today. Pretty high completion percentage as well. They're letting that play clock run in between each play here. Got to convert the 3rd down. It's passed outside, finding Jordan Addison on Banks. A good completion out there, and it's keeping this crowd well involved. More boos than cheers. As Travis, he finally gets a lane down the middle. He's got a 1st down gain of about 11. As this game goes along, I'm sure he would like to pick up a few more rushes. Letting this clock roll. As we're inside 4 minutes already here in the 3rd. Passes out to Sexton. Close to the line to gain, about a yard short. But so far, it's been more so of the receivers getting the job done through the air. Not much from the tight ends today. As it's a jet sweep, Jordan Addison. Here comes Jeff Okudah. He flies down to make that stop. He forces a 3rd and 2. They lose one on the jet sweep. With a heavier look, Travis Etienne taking down Brian Burns about a yard short of the line to gain. But the offense is staying on the field here at the 46. The goal line set. They hand it off Madison Turner. He's got the 1st down for the Jaguars. And once again, the boos raining down from the crowd. I get it. They're down 3 touchdowns, and the Jags still went for it. Looking to go through the air here. Trying to escape to the outside. Throws downfield. Nearly jumped by Josh Metellus. It's going to hit the turf. Typically not a play that'll get by that man. Has played pretty much every position on the defensive side of the field. Power run here. Following the blocks, Aquanu just murdered the man, and that might be what the penalty is. We'll have to take a look. No, they're going to get holding instead. Dawson Knox negates a fantastic block there from Aquanu. 2nd and 20 with a spread look here. Spread empty look at that. Polk's making some changes out there. Sees something he likes, and right down the seam finds Travis, but he can't hold on. Peppers breaks up another one. That'll leave the Jags with a 3rd and 20. No safeties across the middle of the field here. They're spreading towards the outside with a spread empty look. And letting this one develop off the shoulder of Conklin, though I doubt that one was going to make it to its intended target. Thibodeau with the hit. Forces the punt. Well, nothing but just a clock melter as Thad Cousins and the Giants take the field here. 56 seconds remaining in the 3rd. It's only their 2nd possession, and what a play. Rakeem Griffey. He did not play their last game. Instead, it was Deo Odeyingbo, but switching back to Griffey, he just continues to rack up big plays. I don't think Coach Boston's going to take him out of any sort of starting lineup anytime soon. But perhaps the Giants, they'll be shaking up their starting lineup as they do get the snap up just before that clock hits 000. We head to the 4th with a 4th and 4. Will the Giants look to go for it, or will they punt the ball away? Big decision here. But it will be Thad Cousins and the offense out on that field. 4th and potentially game with how it's gone so far, as they do find Neighbors on the drag route. Completion, 1st down. But can they find a quick touchdown off of it? That is what they've got to find quickly here. Down 3 possessions. And here comes the rush. Throwing it back, luckily missing, who I believe was Junior Alford. I'm sure I'm not the only one who would have loved to see a big boy touchdown, a big boy pick 6. Instead, 2nd and 10 here. They're at the 36. Looking to pass the ball outside. They do find Dulcich, and he takes a big hit there from Jarrian Jones, flattening him. But another 1st down for the Giants. They're at the 47. Still on their own side. And throwing to the left-hand side, back to Dulcich. He's pushed out Hines Allen. 1st down gain. And now he'll have some words with Jarrian Jones. Didn't want to do it right after he got flattened. He'll let a play go in between. 1st and 10 for the Giants as they throw across the middle, finding Slayton, who gets laid out. Aluakin. The Giants, they are moving here as we're approaching 6 minutes. They're at the 34. Looking to air out the ball again. He goes out to the right-hand side, and Robinson is denied. Yancey, a fellow rookie, brings him down. Not sure what all the other defensive rookie stats are, but honestly, he might be a sleeper for your defensive player of the year. Stepping down here, though, they throw opposite way. They find Jackson, his 1st catch, I believe, of the day, as Robertson is shaken up. A rookie will head to the bench, and depending if they're able to find a couple scores, he might just be sitting the rest of this one. The 1st and 10, they're at the 23. A whole lot of time here, but eventually it closes down. Mason Smith, he gets the sack. Hines Allen is there as well. This front 7, they've just gotten after it here today. They're going to have to go with a spread look to follow. Motion from right to the left-hand side. Can Thad Cousins convert a 2nd and 21? Walker trying to get some pressure. That one should have been picked off. Aluakin just had his eyes on the running back out of the backfield. If he looked up for just a split second, that one could have been picked off. Unfortunately, another injury, though, for the Giants as Slayton makes his way to the sideline. It's 3rd and 6. Open across the middle. Neighbors not into the end zone. Cisco pushes him back. It's 1st and goal at the 1. Cousins trying to get them on the board. It's a 1st and a long one. Rolling, and it opens up the quick check down. Dulcich, he gets the Giants on the board. 1st time here today. And it came with about 4 minutes left in the game. But for one of the more rare occurrences here today, at least in the 2nd half for sure, Our Jaguars starting not inside their own 15 will be at the 35 with 4:05 to go. Down the middle, ETN, a hard-earned one. Dexter Lawrence, always a tough guy to face with any front that you might provide. Play clock down to about 2 or 3. Handed off Travis Etienne. He bursts through the gap, weaving. He picks up a big gain and almost doubles his yards on the day. On top of that, he gets the Jaguars into plus side as well. We're inside 3 minutes to go here. Expect a lot of just handing this ball off. Travis with another quick burst. Gets a nice juke to the outside. Simmons will track him down. But he went from having an average around 2 yards per carry to now about 5. Sometimes the running game is just purely a battle of attrition. And right now, this is where it comes down to it. Gotta put forth a good run game, finish this game strong. Thibodeau with a strong tackle and a timeout called by the Giants. A first down, though, for the Jaguars could seal this game. Madison in motion. He's going to take the jet sweep. His second of the day, breaks one tackle and gets pushed out at the 28. That will stop the clock. And in doing so, that keeps a timeout in the back pocket of the Giants. They'll have to use one for sure after this play. 3rd and 5. Polk, he keeps it, and he's going to get clocked by Burns. Have to settle for a field goal. Great job, though, from the outside defender. Sitting tight. Cam Little will come on out here to try to tack on 3. And no, he will not. That one stays left the whole way. No good for Cam Little. But perhaps with a little bit of a spark here late on. 1:45. Can Thad Cousins find a quick touchdown? They only have 2 timeouts. Or actually check that 1 timeout as they check it down to their running back who picks up the first down. That is Devin Singletary. Hurry up for Cousins, who's just standing back in that pocket. Across and broken up Campbell. Intended for Hyatt, who's having to fill in for the injured Slayton. He's going to be over the right-hand side here, 2nd and 10. Thrown outside, they find Dulcich, and he's put in far more work than their young tight end, that 3rd-year player. With 3 to the right-hand side, Cousins throws, tipped up, tipped again, and eventually it does hit the turf, leaving a 4th and 6 at the 43. A risky throw for sure, Cousins, but you've got to have some of those here late on. 4th and 6, the zig will convert. They find that young tight end to the 33 and go hurry up from there. 2 to the right-hand side, downfield, and it's dropped by Campbell. Hyatt has to play a little DB. Well, that one should have ended the game. Leaves a 2nd and 10 instead, though 50 seconds remain. Giants with a pass airmailed by Thad Cousins. Neighbors the closest receiver. They'll still have 2 more downs here to try to get the first down. Still holding on to that final timeout. As it's for Verts and just over the head of Lloyd. If he gets a hand up, that one might have been tipped away. They will call their final timeout, though, needing a 1-play touchdown from this point. If they get that, they might have time for an onside and to try to make something happen from there. 37 seconds. Jaguars, they bring the blitz, and it is airmail. They were looking for that quick pass. Didn't have it there. 2nd and goal. They'll go back to the air, and Walker will pick up the sack. And with that, that'll just about take up any chances they had at trying to get back into this one. They quickly throw it away. 4th and goal. Why not? We'll stick in here for one final play. Can the Giants just get a little something to take home? Final play here of the game. It's the dig, and Hyatt will get the touchdown. The end score will look far more respectable, but this game has been done since halftime. The Giants defense, they stepped up their game here in the second half. Their punter kept hitting us deep inside our own territory. The offense not able to find any more points here in the second. Focused more on getting that running game going with Travis Etienne, and it did open up late. They pick up a 21-14 win, and Jeff Polk in the battle of rookie quarterbacks beats Thad Cousins, playing a far more efficient and effective game. And with that win, we start to create a little bit more separation here for us in the AFC South. Indeed, the Colts did drop that game So we stand here 8-3. The only other team also 8-3, Baltimore Ravens. It's going to be a close one back and forth, but we have the head-to-head. Colts, they dropped to 6-5. The Texans are 6-6. So after they have their bye, that should help course correct for the gap there. Tennessee Titans, they're 2-9. Their season pretty much done. They and the Broncos, they stand no chance here. In terms of the playoff hunt right now, Indy, they're still in it, barely. But primarily, we're going to have Miami, Jets, they're on the hunt. Cincy, Ravens, and then you had the Kansas City Chiefs. They're really the only one in it right now for the AFC West. But next up, we have the Indianapolis Colts as well as the Tennessee Titans. As we move forward with this series until we get to the end of this series, we're going to be changing things up. If you missed yesterday, we had the start of a new series, and that series will also be out again here later today, so make sure you stay tuned. But we've started an MLB The Show Road to the Show with Cha-Cha Vaz. Make sure you tune in there. We're going to be learning a new game here. I haven't played that game about 10 to 15 years, so it's a learning process for me. Should be fun, but that series will be taking over Tuesdays and Thursdays. College football, that's going to be changing to Monday and Friday. We will be here with the Jacksonville Jaguars every Wednesday for double headers. That might change when we get to the playoffs. We'll play that one a little bit by ear. But next time, we will have that doubleheader against our division. And if we win both of those games, we might just be able to go ahead and lock it in that we are headed to the playoffs as a division champion. We will, though, have a tough stretch to finish the year. Bills and Commanders, Cowboys and Bengals. We got a lot of big games coming up, so make sure you stick around, hit that bell icon on the bottom right, or scroll down, hit that sub button, and tap that bell icon so you're notified of when these videos go live and when every other video goes live, again, as we are changing that schedule. But if we continue to play like we did today, this team, they might be on their way to the Super Bowl. That's the reason we changed up this offensive line, and we are looking good. So we'll see you next time for our first doubleheader under Coach Boston.